Hello y'all, this is Regina and with TeamRich. This is like my third time recording a video about this information, so this time I better get it right. The first time it didn't record, the second time it recorded, but it was way too long. So my daughter was like, and plus, let me add that it was on my Android phone, and my daughter and my son was like, Mom, no, not when we got the stuff that you could do it the right way. So this is my third time. They say third times is a charm, so this is my third time. But what I'm going to do so that it won't be too lengthy, I'm going to do 3 separate videos, so like a part 1, part 2, part 3, but you all will have access to all 3 videos. So the first video is going to be about I'm gonna start with credit first because I think that's probably most important. All of these subjects is going to be credit, income, and budgeting. All of them are important, but I'm just gonna start with credit, and then part 2 would be income, and part 3 would be budgeting. So, and with the income, we're going to talk about investments, so stay tuned. All right, first of all, I just want to thank you all for your support, love, and for giving me the opportunity to share my story. I am not an expert in any of these areas. I'm just a person a mom who has 4 kids, or had 4 kids. Now I got 7 plus my baby Tabria, so that's 8. But just a mom with kids, with a whole bunch of children that done been to the bottom, and now I'm making my way up to the top, and I want to share that information. So with that being said, oh yeah, and I think I'm gonna say this in every video probably, the vision board Zoom party is what started all of this. We did the vision board party on Zoom since, you know, we have this pandemic going on. We were going to do a workshop, but you know, it's okay. So anyways, we did a vision board Zoom where anybody could purchase a vision board kit and then attend the Zoom, and we kind of like, I gave them this information, but like I said, it didn't get recorded. So this is like reiterating everything that I said, all the links that I gave and all of that stuff, all the information I gave. And then we all worked on our vision boards. So this is mine, the 2021 vision board. I've been doing this for a while, y'all, so I just love doing the vision boards. It's helpful to write down your visions, make them plain as the Bible says, and then also just to be able to have fun. Like you can do it with like for me, I do it with my children, so it's like a time for us to bond and like talk about our dreams and our upcoming year. Also, things manifest when you write them down. Let me say it one more time. Things manifest when you write them down. So it doesn't have to be like a colorful vision board. It can just be like a piece of paper, you know, writing down on a tablet. But the vision board just kind of make it, you know, kind of pop a little bit where you can see it, because you're gonna look at it every day, and then you're gonna start seeing the stuff that you put on there come to pass, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. So the vision board Zoom party, which we were blessed to be able to give to donate 3 different scholarships. We had 2 business scholarships that we gave out for $100 each, and then we had a college scholarship that we gave out to a college student for $250, just to be able to spend on whatever they need for college. So, and the $100 ones were just either for a business startup or just sewing into your business and into yourself. So we were blessed to do that. All of that was done in honor of my stepmom, who is like, I wouldn't even say stepmom, just like a mom to me. Miss Gail Solomon Cottrell, the sweetest woman you would ever meet. She ended up passing away in 2016, right before my son graduated. And she was always a sower, always a giver, always a visionary. She's the one who taught me about these vision. Well, I had been doing vision boards with one of my friends, but like she would be the one to tell me, like, Regina, write down your goals. Always write down the things that you are looking for, that you want God to bless you with, things that you want to become. She would always say, write it down. And every time I saw her, she'd always like show me her little list that she had and stuff. So this is in honor of her. If it wasn't for her, I would not be where I'm at today. She was a praying mom. She loved her grandkids, and just a blessed woman overall. And like I said, she taught me how to sew. She sewed into my life every single time I saw her. I would, just a quick little story, I know I ain't gonna talk too long, but every time I would come visit her and my dad, when I left the house and looked in my purse, like to get my keys or whatever, she always put money in my purse. And then I would call her and be like, you did not have to do that. And she was like, no, my daughter can't be on the side of the road and something happened and you don't have any cash on you. So she just, and she never asked if I did or not. She just always sold into my life. So she was a blessing in my life. I know that if she was here, she would be like my #1 fan. And so I wanted to have that opportunity to be able to sow into others people's life in her name. So this is all for Mama Gail. All right, so I'm going to talk about credit, and this part 1, the importance of credit, which I'm not going to go into like great detail. We all know credit is important, and that you can use credit for your benefit to become wealthy. So the first thing, and like I said, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I'm just telling from my perspective and like the things that I did and what I went through and how I came from the bottom and like just steady climbing up to the top, y'all. God has been good. But I did my part. So I want you all to do your part so that you can see these results as well. Every person that I put on to this information has been blessed abundantly. Their income has grown. They have savings. They invest. So this is guaranteed to help you. I started off by just doing it with my family. Like I did it. Then my kids, put my kids on. Then my husband started seeing how blessed we was. Then he wanted to get put on. So we put him on. And then I started giving it to like other friends and family members. And they would call me and be like, man, Regina, this works. So just try it. What could you lose? It's 2021. Just try it. All right. So, oh, and I want to say this for credit. If you are looking for an expert, somebody who really is good with this, Cash Lanier on Facebook. I want to say Get Focus Credit may be her thing. If not, I'm going to put it in the link. So, or like in the email when I send this video out. So, like y'all hit her up. She's excellent. I have heard nothing but great things about her. So y'all hit her up. She is an expert if you just don't have the time to, you know, deal with the credit stuff or whatever. Like I said, this is just little stuff that I did. But if you like really in a time crunch and you really trying to move your credit really quick, call her. She could hook you up. All right. So the importance of credit. We know that. We know that you can use credit to become wealthy. One of the first things that I did, because y'all, my credit score was horrible. And the thing that I want to stress the most is that you can come back from anything. I, as many of you know, got married when I was a teenager and had like a whole marriage and children out of that marriage. And we really was like babies ourselves, so we didn't really know too much. We was kind of like teaching ourselves how to just live in this life. And so when it came to credit, we didn't know. We was just, you know, they send you credit cards and stuff like that, and you just use them and you don't pay them back. I'm just being real. This is like me being as genuine as possible. And my credit got so bad. I had cars repossessed, just a whole bunch of stuff that happened in those years. And so I said that to say that even if you're at the lowest or the bottom of the bottom, like, don't be frustrated. Don't feel defeated, because I went from like a 4 something to almost a 750 so far, which I'm going up to 850. That's my goal this year. So if you have a horrible credit score, don't be ashamed. Use everything that you have or that has happened to you as a lesson to make you a better person. So like, don't be sad, because I was at a 4 or something, or like maybe a 5 something. I'm gonna just say maybe a 5, but it was horrible. Like I said, I had credit cards that I hadn't paid off. I had student loan debt. Now, one thing I did do is I kept my student loan debt in deferment, so I'm thankful for that. Actually, you know what? No, I didn't, because one of they had separate loans. So one of the loans, it was like $10,000, did get go into default, but I worked on a program to get that back and get it consolidated with my other ones and have those deferred. So we could talk about that too, if y'all want to have a little section on student loan debt and the process of how to work your way to get that stuff in the right position. I got y'all on that too. So anyways, I had a lot of debt basically, and my credit was horrible. And one of the first things that I did was, actually, you got to assess the situation. That's just it. You just got to look at it. I used to be the person that didn't want to deal with stuff. So like, if it was stuff that I didn't want to deal with, I just didn't deal with it. When creditors called and stuff, I just didn't answer the phone. But one thing I learned, and this actually I learned from my now husband, Drico, was like, you got to talk to those people. Like, open up your mouth, call them, talk to them. Like, what would it hurt? So anyways, first thing I did was look at my situation, and I went to creditkarma.com. So, and all of these links, or all of these websites, I will give you all. So don't worry about it. But if you want to write it down while I'm talking, go ahead. So like, first go to Credit Karma, look up all of your credit history and see. My husband, Drico, did not have any credit at all. He was a 100% cash person. Never, like, I think he said he might have got like a credit card in college or something like that, but since then, I mean, that was 20 something years ago, but since then he didn't even have a bank account. Like, he was literally working off cash. So he didn't have, his score was low because he didn't have credit. So we was kind of on the same playing field. Like, I had horrible credit because I hadn't messed up my credit and did all kind of stuff, but he just didn't have any credit. So we was kind of on the same playing field. So like, when I looked up my Credit Karma, you can look up all of the stuff that you have on there. You can look at your scores. You can dispute items. And it's pretty simple. It's like I'm saying, I did it myself. So it's not like hard stuff. But like I said, if you want to know, like if you are trying to be more informed and have like a better way, because like this was some years ago too. So hit Cash Up. She would be able to assist you like in a way better way. I'm just giving you the basics of what I did. So I did a Credit Karma. I also, y'all, self-lender. I was, at first, I used to read all the little stuff on Facebook. I think it had like ads on Facebook and stuff. And I used to be like, that got to be a scam, because it just sounds too good to be true. But then when I understood like how they were making their money, because you guys, this is one thing I must say right quick. Sometimes, or let me see how I can say this. Yes, we can do pretty much a lot of things ourselves. Yes, we can. And so people say, oh, well, you could just do that yourself. You don't have to pay nobody to do that. You could just do it yourself. But sometimes it benefits you the most to just go ahead and let somebody else do that, because a lot of things are like time sensitive, or like it takes time to do it. And then first of all, you got to learn how to do it. Then you have to do it. Whereas you could just pay somebody to do it, and you're blessing them, sowing into their life, so that when you have things and businesses or whatever, they will sow into your life. And it's their gift, their talent. There's something they wake up in the morning and want to do. So why not let somebody who that's like a talent for them do that? So that's just one thing I wanted to say. It's like, don't feel like you have to do all this stuff yourself. Go find somebody who can do it. I'll try as much to like give as many references. I don't know like a lot of people who do different things. But I'm starting to like reach out and like build my little circle of like, not just friends, but my circle of like business minded people, so that I can like refer people. So anyways, I saw the self-lender account on Facebook or something like that. And at first I was thinking like it was a scam, but then I said, well, let me try it. Because I want to say one of my cousins had told me that they actually did it, and it was like, Gina, I'm telling you, your credit score will go up. So I was like, well, shoot, what the heck? When I read over it and actually got an understanding of it, I was like, oh, it's cool, because not only are you building your credit, but it's like a savings plan. So basically how Self-Lender works is you open up an account with them, you pay them a certain amount of money every month, or give them a certain amount of money each month, which you get to choose. I mean, I think the lowest is like maybe $40. I don't know. I want to say I got the lowest thing, which was $48 or something like that. It might be something lower. So don't quote me on any of this stuff, y'all. I'm just trying to remember what I did. But you give them you tell them what amount of money you want them to take out of your account each month, or pay them each month. And then it builds up in a savings, but it's reporting to your credit as if you're paying a loan or a debt off. But what they're actually doing is, I think, now I don't work for them, so I don't know, but I think what they're doing is they're getting like a CD or something in your name for a certain amount, and then you're paying on that CD, and so they make the interest off of it. So whatever amount you choose, like let's just say $50 for 5 months, that would be $250, right? They would make whatever interest off that $250. You're gonna get your $250 back, plus you're gonna build your credit score. So you can't lose. You really can't lose with it. Yeah, you're paying them, you're getting interest, and yeah, you can go get your own CD and do all that stuff yourself. But like I said, time is the essence. So some of this stuff is just so that it can go ahead and get done. So open up a Self-Lender account. I have the link for that. I'll send it to y'all. And they also have a new thing where they're doing like a credit card. Once you make so many payments, then they'll actually put it on a credit card for you. So for those of you who just don't have $40 or $50 extra a month to, you know, just put into a savings thing, and this is kind of go with the budget thing too, you can do that and then get the credit card and then have access to those funds already. You see what I'm saying? But you're still building your credit, because it's still taking that payment out each month, but you're just having you just have those funds are available on a credit card that you're going to use and also pay back too. And if you have any more questions, like in details, because for time's sake I don't want to like talk too much about stuff, hit me up. Okay, all right. So Self-Lender, and then the biggest thing that I can tell you is open up a Navy Federal account. Let me say that one more time. Y'all, open up a Navy Federal account. It's like the best bank. Well, I can't say it's the best bank, but for me, it has been the best bank. It's so many opportunities to build your credit, so many opportunities to get credit. And I want to share my story, but I guess I'll share it in the next video of how Navy Federal has blessed our lives. So open up an account. If you need more, have more questions about that, hit me up. All right, and then credit cards. So the last few minutes, we're going to talk about credit cards. I know some people think they are like from the devil. They are very evil, and it's because we have misused them over the years. But they can really work for your benefit. They can really cause you to get to that wealthy place. Matter of fact, most people who are wealthy started off with using credit, and probably still to this day, even like businesses and stuff. You can start off with a secured card. If your credit is bad, like mine was, you can start off with a secured card. The secured card is basically you putting a certain amount into your savings account. Like I said, if you get Navy Federal, this is how I did it. I put $200 in my savings account, and then I went and applied for the secured card, which you're automatically going to get approved, because you have the money in your savings account to pay to like hold. So what they'll do is they'll get that money, hold it, send you a card, and give you access to that card. The same kind of thing that it's kind of like with Self-Lender, but it's not like another payment on top of that. This is just the secured card by itself. So you're gonna do the get the secured card. What I did is I would use my secured card to pay for things like stuff that I already had to pay for, like gas. I mean, you gotta have gas in your car, so go, use it to pay for gas. Use it to I used it to pay, like, every now and then when I go get lunch or something like that, I just use it to do that. And then what you need to do is pay it back every month. So like whatever you use, if you use $75 of those $200, then by that payment date you need to pay that $75 back. That's gonna boost your score up the highest and the quickest. Now I have heard where if you keep it under 30%, you're fine. So if you can't pay the whole amount back, as long as you keep the balance that you do owe up under 30% of the total amount that you have on your card, then you should be okay. And also know the difference. There is 2 different dates. There is the payment date, that's when the payment is due, and then there's the statement date. The statement date is the date that they actually send the information to the credit bureau saying this is the balance for that card. Either it's paid in full or they owe like a certain amount on there. So that statement date is normally within like 5 business days of your payment date. So like if your payment date is on the 1st, then by the 5th of the month, they should be reporting it to the credit union. Now, I can't say exactly everybody's statement date, but it's usually about 5 to 7 days. And so what you need to make sure of is once you pay the payment, don't touch the credit card until, if you can, don't touch the credit card until after that 7 days, so that you know that they reported your actual payment to the credit bureau and it looks as if you paid it in full. So like if you use the whole $200 and you pay that $200 back on the payment date, wait 5 to 7 days and then use the card again if you need to use it. So it's just like you just reusing the card and you're building your credit as you go with that. Then once you do good with that secured card, I know with Navy Federal, then you can get bigger and better cards. So start off with the secured card if you're not eligible to get. Some of you guys who have pretty good credit or maybe don't even have anything, like my husband didn't have to do the secured card, he just went directly into getting a credit card. So and then once you get the credit card, you want to do the same exact thing. You want to use it to your advantage, not abuse it. So you're not buying just random stuff that you probably don't need. I'm talking to myself because I've done that in the past. You're not buying a whole bunch of stuff and then not paying it back, because now you're paying interest on that money and it's not benefiting you. You see what I'm saying? So just use it, pay it back if you can, or keep it under 30%. If you have an emergency, of course you got to use it. So but like I said, if you have more questions about that, then contact me. I'm here, and I appreciate y'all for listening to the first video about credit, and stay tuned for the next video that will be about income and how I increased my income, tripled it. Yes, tripled my income within 30 days. You don't want to miss it. See you soon.